Every great idea begins with a spark of imagination. Over time, it begins to grow.
The Disney Company has long been known for breaking new ground in every art form they chose to explore. Each new venture carrying the Disney brand promised nothing short of excellence. So it's been less than magical watching Disney Interactive stand on the periphery of popular video games, replicating instead of innovating. Infinity, developed by Avalanche Software, is here to change that forever. The question is, should you buy in?
Hi, Hal! What do you say? Are you up for another adventure?
The Starter Pack, your cheapest ticket to the show, is $75. For that, you get the game, along with the Mr. Incredible, Sully, and Jack Sparrow figures, their corresponding playsets, the Infinity Board, and one random power disc. You place one or two figures on the board that can then be played in the game, similar to Activision's Skylander series. The discs, which have their own spot on the board, give you tools, equipment, vehicles, or character bonuses. The game is split into two main modes, playsets and the toy box. Playsets are one or two player adventures similar to your traditional 3D action games, often associated with movies and TV shows. The toy box is a world builder composed of items you unlock in the playsets. It seems like a lot to take in, but there's one theme that ties the entire experience together: the quest to get cool stuff. Playsets can be played solo or with a friend via split screen for offline co-op. Characters can't cross over into each other's playsets, so if you're just buying the starter pack, Jack Sparrow is the only figure that will work with the Pirates of the Caribbean playset. So co-op comes at an added cost, whether you buy one figure or a package of 3 at a discount. It's worth it. Playsets are legitimately fun, and co-op is the best way to play them. Each story-driven journey takes place in an open world. Multiple quests can be followed at once, co-op players can travel a great distance apart from each other, and exploration is encouraged and rewarded. Each playset tells a story for 5 to 6 hours, and after the main missions you can pick up additional side quests to get more cash and experience, or further navigate the world, hunting for more prizes to bring into the toy box. A lot of the doodads you unlock in the playsets can be used to customize the world they came from. Buildings from hubs like MU's Fraternity Row or the Incredibles HQ can be erected and customized, and playset people can be given a different, permanent style, whether it involves tweaking the outfit of a pedestrian in Metroville or the appendages of a slimy student from Monsters University. Of the 3 playsets, Pirates is clearly the best. It covers the largest area and has the most climactic finale. As Jack Sparrow, Hector Barbossa, or Davy Jones, you ransack port towns, customize your own ship, and wage war on the high seas. The ships can be fitted to your tastes, each gun station with swappable guns can be fired from the deck in first person, and a couple of special abilities can be unlocked, like a quick burst of speed, and ultimately the ability to call the Kraken itself. The Incredibles is less grand in scope, but delightful for any fan of open-world cityscapes. As one of the 4 family members, or their nemesis syndrome, you travel through the city, stopping crimes, putting out fires, and literally throwing supervillains into prison. Playing through the campaign unlocks a hoverboard, a few sporty cars, and most importantly, the Incredicopter, so you can explore and attack the city and your subsequent toy box creations from the sky. Monsters University is the least exciting of the 3, but shares a lot with the film recently in theaters, and it has the most humorous environment. In an ongoing rivalry with neighboring Fear Tech, Mike, Sully, and Randy sneak their way up buildings and bike across 2 campuses in an effort to prove MU is the best. The playset's contributions to the toy box include a paintball gun, toilet paper launcher, and a rideable pig. While the playsets can get repetitive, working through them is an enjoyable experience, and as engaging as full-priced games that are typically created for these individual properties. A charming 10-minute introduction drops you into a fully adjustable toy box. You can start stacking your own assortment of items immediately, but you may want to put off toy box creation until you've completed the 3 playsets, with a lot of the items being unlocked there. from little Metroville townspeople to giant Monsters University buildings. Also, each time any of your figures levels up, you earn a spin in the Disney Infinity Vault, a slot machine that stands between you and the bulk of the cool stuff. You get 3 spins the first time you enter the vault and can earn more from completing the game's various adventures, with even more spins hidden in the first toy box. There's a random element to the Infinity Vault, but if you saved up enough spins, you can game the system to get the bits you really want. There are also special items with a yellow background that give you a secret second prize. There's a lot to the toy box, so to let you absorb it organically, it offers activities called adventures to teach you the ropes. Mastery adventures cover the basics, and regular adventures demonstrate the modes you can build yourself. You can keep track of everything you have and don't have in the collection window, and see where you can grab the stuff you're missing, including pieces from Cars, Lone Ranger, and the recently announced Toy Story in Space playsets. The game is very generous with its XP, called Sparks. You'll easily reach level 8 on one character in each playset during a single playthrough, and you get Sparks for doing almost anything in the toy box, including just placing objects in the environment. There's a level cap of 15, so with the starter pack alone, you'll only be able to earn 45 spins from leveling the figures. This means that there will be goodies forever out of your reach in the vault, unless you get a couple of figures on the side, or the infinitely cheaper option, play online with a friend. Infinity may sound restrictive in terms of accessing its massive library of toys, but there's a big difference between using the toys and owning them. Once you own an object, you always have access to it in the toy box to spawn, place, build, use, and destroy. But if you don't have any extra figures or playsets, you can have a friend host a toy box session, and while online with them, you can get your hands on everything that they own. You just can't take it with you when the session is over. The game also comes with pre-built toy box models that you can earn as you try out each mode, and via Toy Box Share, there are models you can download on day one, including Disneyland or a Wonderland maze. Some of these have elements from Cars and Lone Ranger, which you can't edit if you don't own those playsets, but you can see and interact with them for free.
Ciao! What did you miss, Francesco? It's a stupid question. Of course you did.
It's the figures that tease the biggest potential investment. Each figure is $13, and if you want to grab all the extra figures, you're looking at an almost $200 price tag, discounts and pre-order bonuses notwithstanding. Every additional figure also gives you 15 spins when you level them all the way up, and each brings their own custom adventure containing 3 more spins, 1 for each rank. So, if you buy the Mater figure, but not the Cars playset, you can still visit a facsimile of the Radiator Springs countryside in his custom adventure, Mater's Tow and Go. Figures also unlock more stuff in the playsets. Elastigirl can open special treasure chests with her face on them and unlock items specific to her character, like a stretchy green hand that mirrors her powers in the toy box. The physical figures are very charismatic inside the game and out.
Well, hi there! Oh, but hey, we should get started. Am I right?
And they work with all versions of Infinity no matter the console. Ownership can be passed from one profile to another, so family members and friends can share figures and chart separate progress. With the exception of the four-wheelers from Cars, each hero has a double jump, an assortment of combat moves, and a special trigger-activated ability like Sully's signature roar or Violet's power of invisibility that even cloaks her from other players. There's a toy box called the Hall of Heroes that houses statues for each of the characters you've collected, along with the pedestals of those you haven't, and this temple of merchandise evolves as you add more figures. The floor is even lined with the optional power discs, so you can track those as well. These discs are completely separate from everything we've mentioned so far. They can give you themes to automatically skin your toy boxes with, items for characters to use, vehicles for them to ride, or special gifts like extra money when you take out enemies. All of this is bonus material, and except for stat bonuses when trying to get some tricky gold medals from combat adventures, unnecessary unless you're just crazy about that elephant from Aladdin. The only time Infinity will make you frown is when it glitches. Every open-world game is subject to irregularities, and sometimes dialogue audio will skip, quest conditions temporarily won't flag, and it'd be nice to have a mini-map to find objectives or other players. The game's overall presentation remains strong, settling on a uniform plastic look that lacks a jaw-dropping sense of detail, but cohesively brings all the Disney brands together, which is no easy task. The markers for the optional mini-games in each playset are a bit of an eyesore, but otherwise, the worlds are vast and attractive. Don't expect the Pirates playset to rival Black Flag, or the Incredible City to be broader than Saints Row Steelport. They are still an absolute joy to explore, and that's what really matters. Disney Infinity may seem like a cash grab, and it might have been if not for the way the whole experience leads to a world editor that's easier and more entertaining to use than almost anything you've ever experienced, whether you want to build the largest castle ever conceived or just try out a friend's racetrack. It would be a tempting purchase even without the Disney license attached to it. But, with the game tied so closely to the studio's legacy of excellent storytelling with characters that have endured for generations, it prophesizes a very lucrative future. Like Minecraft, you may find reasons to revisit it down the road. If you grow tired of the starter pack offerings, you may be drawn back with the release of one of your favorite properties as a playset or lone figure. And for less than the price of other games, you can find yourself under Infinity's magic spell yet again. Disney Infinity is a source of constant amusement, and there's never been anything quite like it before. It's a driving game, a shooter, a platform-heavy action-adventure game, a stealth game, and it includes modes of customization that challenge you to invent your own genres or make worlds greater than the ones the developers have already built. It will no doubt keep expanding, with more waves of figures on the way and a free tablet app announced that lets you construct toy boxes even if you don't own the game. It isn't cheap, and Disney would be wise to drop the price in the future if they really want to include everyone. But each figure and playset is a worthwhile investment you can enjoy in so many different ways. Disney Interactive has finally created a project that will be imitated by their competitors instead of the other way around. How big will Disney Infinity get? That's almost entirely up to you.
Imagination could take you anywhere, but you have to take the first step.